to induct Soundgarden into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Jim Carrey.
Spank you kindly. Spank you all. When the biggest rock stars in the world get together and gather to celebrate each other and let loose, shit goes wild. Don't forget to schedule your glutathione drips. Tonight, I have the honor of inducting Soundgarden into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You may ask why? Oh, why would Soundgarden, the heaviest of rock and roll royalty, want Jim Carrey to induct them into the Hall of Fame? Is there some deep cosmic connection between them? Or was the Spoon Man not available? Well, the truth is, I grew up with the awe-inspiring bands of the hard rock era. Every day, I spent hours in front of my floodlight in the corner of a basement playing power chords on a goalie stick. When the Seattle music scene exploded, it resurrected rock and roll for me. Bands like Mudhoney, Mother Love Bone, Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, and of course, Nirvana were unfettered, brutally honest, and reaching for something profound. Soundgarden was not only the first band in Seattle movement to sign to a major record label, they sowed the seeds of its inception. Guitarist Kim Thayil, bassist Hiro Yamamoto, and singer-drummer Chris Cornell were experimenting with a sound that no one had heard before. A fusion of hard rock, punk, metal, psychedelia that shaped intricate and astounding sonic landscapes. That, coupled with Chris's insane vocal range, made your heart pound with excitement one minute and break with sadness the next. When I heard Soundgarden for the first time, I wasn't just excited. I wanted to put a flannel shirt on and run into the street screaming, "My mother smoked during pregnancy!" They ascended from the gritty bars in Seattle to worldwide superstardom without fear or compromise. They trusted themselves completely and trusted that their fans would come along for the ride wherever it led. They broke big with their fourth studio album, Super Unknown, featuring incredible songs like Spoon Man, Fell on Black Days, and their magnum opus, Black Hole Sun. That track was the ultimate example of Chris Cornell's prolific songwriting. It felt like he had given us an all-access pass to some monumental apocalyptic dream he was having. He had a deeply authentic presence. When you looked into his eyes, it was like eternity was staring back. I used to talk to him like this. "Hi, Chris. How you doing?" "Me? Great. Never better. Please look away. Probe no further." I met the band in 1996 when I was hosting Saturday Night Live for the very first time. Yeah. And I insisted on Soundgarden as the musical guest. By then, the lineup was Chris, Kim Thayil, Matt Cameron on drums, and Ben Shepherd on bass. During rehearsal, they launched into the dark, epic beauty of Pretty News. I stood right in front of them, letting the waves of electricity wash over me like an audio baptism. They pushed me under, and when I came up, I was free. After the show, they handed me what is to this day one of my most prized possessions, the Fender Telecaster Chris played on the show. Signed by the whole band. We got a picture of that somewhere? Oh, it's behind me. Damn! Snuck up. Pay no attention to the burn marks on the pick guard. Someone backstage was playing with matches. Later that night, Chris showed up at my hotel room with an acoustic guitar and a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken, and we wrote some songs. Okay, I may have dreamt that part, but I'll never forget that night. And I did get to hang with Chris a few times. He was always really sincere, very down to earth, thoughtful, and funny. When the band split in '97, Chris went on to make amazing music on his own and with Audioslave. Yeah. Kim, Matt, and Ben continued to blaze their own musical paths, but Soundgarden wasn't done. They reformed in 2010 and gave us a whole second act of new music and live shows that sounded just as vital as ever. Sadly, on a shocking night in 2017, Chris left us. We lost a very special being, a monumental musical artist and an inspired innovator. But for all time, his voice will continue to light up the ether like a Tesla coil. Tonight, we make sure that Chris Cornell, Kim Thile, Hiro Yamamoto, Matt Cameron, and Ben Shepherd go down in history as one of the most majestic, powerful, and influential bands ever to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Long live Chris Cornell, and long live Soundgarden. This is Chris Cornell's eldest daughter, Lily.
Thank you, Jim. I'm honored to be here to celebrate Soundgarden and my dad as a songwriter, musician, and amazing singer, and also to celebrate my mom, Susan Silver, who managed Soundgarden. Yep, that's what I thought. She managed Soundgarden from 1986 into the 2000s, and she's a major badass. This evening especially, I could not be prouder to be their daughter. The band's impact is of course massive, but growing up within the Seattle music community, what's always been the most special part to me is that it comes from friends making music together and then being able to turn that into a life. Seeing my dad, not as a public figure, but as a person, a father, and someone who faced his struggles out loud, I am just really, really happy that he got to make music with his friends. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. I know how much purpose that gave him and how much it's meant to people who have heard that music. That's what I'll be holding in my heart tonight. Thank you all for honoring my dad and for recognizing Soundgarden. I love the Soundgarden guys and all of our Soundgarden community like family. I'm so happy to introduce Kim, Hiro, Matt, and Ben.
Along with their special guests, Jerry Cantrell, Mike McCready, Brandy Carlisle, and my old friend, Taylor Momsen.
Here are Rock and Roll Hall of Famers. Soundgarden!
Soundgarden!
Woo! All right, you guys. Hey, thanks so much. Really. Hey, I am so grateful to be honored here tonight. I especially remembering myself as a kid singing to the music on my transistor radio. Just call my name and I'll be there. Chris Cornell, we are so missing you tonight on this stage. We all love you. And all love to you, and we would not be here without you. So somewhere there, Chris, we're talking to you, baby. Okay, so I'm gonna keep on going with the rest, but let's remember Chris, because we sure wouldn't be here without him. Whew. But continuing on, for the first thing for me, to Kate, my wife, every moment with us is special. So love to you, and great love to my children, Choji and Yoshi, somewhere. Thanks to my parents, whose story is American citizens who were rounded up and placed into prison camps just for being Japanese during World War II. Well, that affected my life greatly, and it really echoes strongly today. Let's not add another story like this to our history. Thank you. Really, come on, we can do a lot better than this. And it's up to us to take the child power back, okay? But let's keep the dialogue alive, because dialogue's what we need here, right? Okay. Well, we wouldn't be here without the support of so many people, our family, our friends, those who helped us directly and indirectly, all the bands we played with, shared the stage with, their crews. There's so many people involved in this. So, and all those here tonight, so thank you to all of you. I'm just doing a big paintbrush here. And the hugest thanks to the fans. We've heard so many stories of how the music we created became your own. And that is the greatest recognition of all. And to everyone else out there, especially all you brown kids, let's rock!
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. First off, thank you. Thank you. I'd like to thank my wife, April, our children, Raymond and Josie Cameron, Susan Silver, Kelly Curtis, John Poneman, Bruce Pavitt, Greg Ginn, Chuck Dukowski, Herb Alpert, Jerry Moss, Jimmy Page, Al Cafaro, Jim Garno, Al Marks, Rick Schaefer, Scott Casey, Jerome Crooks, Eric Johnson, Stuart Hallerman, Jack Adino, Terry Date, Michael Beinhorn, Adam Casper, Brendan O'Brien, Joe Parisi, Mark Cunningham, Corin Capshaw, Jill Berliner, Nate Yacino, Neil Hunt, Pearl Jam, Nirvana, the Melvins, the Wipers, Alice in Chains, and the countless bands and fellow musicians we had the pleasure of interacting with in the 80s and 90s. I accept this honor on behalf of the fans of our music, and also the misfits, the loners, and the introverts who found comfort and solace in the lyrics and music of my hero and bandmate, Chris Cornell. I love you, Chris.
Hi. I'd like to thank the Hall for this recognition and honoring of our decades-long career. I want to thank our fans for over 40 years of their enduring loyalty and support. Collectively, I'd like to thank Sub Pop, SST, and A&M Universal Records. Thanks to Red Light Management and their Seattle offices, Silver Management, our legal team, and business management. Thanks to our touring crew and backline, all of our recording engineers and co-producers. By the way, Matt took care of a really great list of individuals, and yes, all of them too. I want to thank my partner Jenny and our bonkers dog, Evie. I really want to thank my immigrant parents for encouraging my curiosity of ideas in science and the arts, and instilling the values in me that I would also find in Hero, another son of immigrants, as well as in Ben and Matt and Chris. Shout out to Scott Sundquist and Jason Emmerman. Together, we built a culture of encouragement and creative risk that would nurture our curiosity and creative spirit collectively and individually. And if one of us ever hesitated in sharing an idea, Chris would be the first to say, let's just try it out and see. I miss him, I love him, and I love all of my Soundgarden brothers.
Hey, boo-boo. Keep it short, right? Well, none of us do, right? Now you made me forget my one sentence. Hi, Mom. Ngidabarago mbate. That's a 3-letter word that says, we're side by side, let's go forward. There's a lot of work to do. I love you all.
And now, along with the great Nancy Wilson, here's a special performance by Chris's daughter, Toni.